Hey, hi. Welcome to SC Agreement. So, thank you for the wonderful opportunity for giving all SCA team. Special thanks to all the supporting team as well, especially the partners who supported on this SCA Agreement. Uh, Coming to myself, yep. Myself, Anindra, and I'm here to give a presentation on the CDP. You can find me at Twitter and my personal blog as well as my LinkedIn, and I have my Trailhead profile also, which I've attached here. Right. So I'm representing from Epistoki. Epistoki is the a platinum consulting partner with Salesforce, and we have prematured engagements we have done for across the globe. Especially, we have an office in Singapore, and uh, and we have an office in India as an offshore center, and we have a presence in uh, Philippines, Indonesia, and we have our own offices in Ireland as well, right? So today I'm going to talk about how customer data, especially how we can unify the customer data using a CDP, nothing but a customer 360 audiences or the customer 360 data platform. And today I'm going to talk about cross cloud integrations as well. And without any delay, I think let's jump onto your session. So today agenda, we're introducing CDP, the customer 360 audiences, and to building how B2C scale market is source of truth on Salesforce platform. And after that, we can talk about identity resolution, how I can introduce different sorts of systems, and then how we can stitch the data to create an identity and to exact match resolutions. The packaging, you can use the packaging as a tool to share the streams and mappings data to other environments. So of course, when you implement this entire CDP in dev environments, then you should understand the information, you should understand the deployment strategies, especially while moving this entire changes of streaming and data mapping and all your data elements, especially when you deploy any of your configuration customization changes to production, right? So the same way I can guide you how to deploy the entire CDP development solution to other environments like dev to partial copy to full copy to production, right? And I'm going to talk about a roadmap as well. So what are all the features that currently holding, and what are all the features that comes into the Salesforce that improvise the CDP nature, right? And finally, we can talk about some wrap up and any questions and answers. I'm happy to help you out and clarify certain questions, clarify your answers as well. Okay. So let's jump into what is CDP. So everybody talking about so there are a lot of master data management platforms, and so why especially CDP? Why Salesforce introduced CDP? And there is already a DMP which is already introduced a long couple of months ago from Crux. It's been acquired by Salesforce, right? So it's a DMP, and people didn't understand why DMP versus CMP, right? So there is a difference between CMP versus DMP, and that we're going to talk about in the later stages or the later slides. But now I'm going to speak about what is CDP. So Salesforce owns the customer data platform, nothing but a Salesforce CDP, which is recently launched. Prior, it is a customer 360 audiences, right? CDP allows the marketers to the marketing organizations to have a single and complete source of truth around their customer data, right? So it's something like this launch doesn't come to me surprise to me, because as there are some Salesforce marketing cloud integrated solutions or the lead management or the intelligence teams where they gain some increase on the product, and then they strongly advise that what is the data driven enterprise architecture that can help for many of the customers, and that can solve many of their marketing needs, right? And based on all these customer data platforms, we're going to talk about a couple of benefits and their impact on Salesforce CDP Cloud that has been ingested into your organization, right? So there are some special use cases we're talking about currently. As I talked about, it's a digitally imperative, nothing but like moving faster than ever before that we are. So we are moving all shifting our strategy, shifting uh, our mind to a digital channel segment, because if you want to look at something, so we have a mobile app where anybody can go and then look at their mobile app and then finding some digital channels, right? And at the same time, so there are a lot of digital apps, so the importance of digital apps and their support for digital employees and the growth of digital communities. So wherever you see here, everything are digital. So currently in work from home situations, that we are all sitting in work from home for this COVID pandemic, and then we apparent that how much I personally using digital, right? So that's where we are moving faster than ever before with the digital imperative. And at the same time, so once we have the digital, then we need to build a seamless experience. It's not an easy, right? So we need to connect with multiple data stream systems. So there's a lot of lack of personalization, hard to scale, adjusting to policies and regulations. So these are all some of the pain point that what we currently having as a marketer, right? So people are coming to my website and then they're looking at 30 minutes of their entire time, and then they disconnected automatically, right? So it has two industries, one with how my business is going to imperative with the digital, and how I can build a seamless experience with my customers. At the same time, how my digital customers coming into different data sources, and how I can provide a guidance for them to success with what they required exactly, right? So that's where this customer 360 audience is nothing but a CDP will come into the picture. So they have their it has their perfect attributes, perfect elements, that how we could identify how I can identify different people, nothing but a unified identity, nothing but. So there is a CDPs where they bring the data from disparate data sources together, so that the company and its marketing teams have a complete understanding of the customer potential, right, across in the entire business by bringing data together. So let's start with a couple of data-driven personalization that what CDP is providing us. One with identity. Identity is the main thing where we can need to look into it, because let's take an example, because I'm basically a digital guy where I need a phone, or I need something to buy from. I want to purchase iPhone 13, right? So I can go to any other my AT&T company shop, and then I can browse. I can browse the website. Once I browse my website, and then I've spent some time over there, and I can come to the normal Google, and then I'm searching the best phone for iPhone 13, and what are all the potential information that what I have, and what is the potential features that what I'm looking for, right? So at the same time, I have some other channel. I can open my normal website. I can use my mobile phone to browse my phone, that what is the best for me, as per the qualities that what I required, right? See, there are different data sources through website, mobile, offline or online. So all that's what CDP will help you out. So they'll bring the disparate data sources together, and they identify the respective profile, and then they'll segmentize the data. Once they'll get the data, what they can do is, because it's a kind of complete engagement data, because I've streamed some data mobile, I've done some research on web, I've done some research on some offline. So to bring all the channels into one single platform, right? So there is an idea comes up. Hey, funny, how data coming from multiple data sources? It's a good question, because you see all your data somehow has been setting in sales CRM, where you already have a Salesforce. You already have a Salesforce platform where you have the data available with first name, last name, email, and your personal data. But there are other systems which is not connected to your Salesforce system, right? Your CRM system. So that's where we're going to pull the data from different data sources using CDP, and then we could segmentize the data and enrich the data, and then we're going to activate your data. So because we have information, but we want to give you the digital personalized experience where you're browsing, but we want to give you some sort of an artificial intelligence capabilities to promote the product, promote next best actions, promote some data quality of your product, and recommend some sort of a good iPhone product for you through a digital channel, through a chatbot or something, right? So that's where the CDP will works, like, so initially we identify your data, you segment your data, we activated your data, and after that we can visualize and understand. So by default, Salesforce comes with the product with Einstein. So we can use that Einstein product to visualize and understand the data with complete customer engagement data with cross-channel and clouds as well, right? You can see here where we can talk about to bring the data from anywhere, from a complete view of your customers as well, right? So what CDP does, CDP is just gathers all the data into one place, thereby marketing organizations will smarter, and their customer data centric when it comes to engaging their customers, and then expect actions to be taken. So it's a wide range of positive impact, or the positive outcomes for us, because CDPs enables an organization to empower marketing teams to promote and sell to right people, the right office at the right time, right? This typically lead to better marketing KPIs such as higher conversion rates, better ROI from marketing spending, and an increased revenue for untapped marketing sales opportunities, right? Beside enhancing existing marketing campaigns, right? So it also enables organizations to discover new and profitable audience segments to broaden their reach with targeted actions, right? So greater segmentation capabilities also know for companies like to gain campaign performance insights and how and optimize for better results as it best for purposeful reporting, right? But last but not least, but there is a good advantages where there are range of further benefits and applications. For instance, centralizing customer data to manage consent and comply with important regulations such as European GDPR as such, right? So that's where it gives all the flexibilities to give that information. And although I can say that you can see here we are unifying all the data from anywhere for a complete view of the customers. So here I have a different data streams. I'm going to connect it to CRM system, marketing system, commerce cloud, web and mobile, interaction studio. And if I have the data sitting in somewhere, that's where CDP can bring you the value addition. It brings the data from disparate data sources from Amazon, Google Cloud, MuleSoft, and then bring together and bring the source of truth of data, bring all your data into one roof, match data to a person with a unique identifier, right? And understand your audience and understand your organization, because customers are anywhere. Customers are sitting in everywhere with different kind of a channels, offline, online, and all. And so I need to bring the audience of the pull the best context relevance by connectors at what I have, because even there are so many connectors like sales, service, commerce, and also I can bring the data and then I can build a unified single customer profile. At the same time, once I get the data, once I get enrichment data, then what I can do. So what exactly you're going to do? So in short, everybody knows what CDP captures, right? So in short, CDP captures a first party customer data, nothing but a transactional, behavioral, demographic, historical data from offline and online data source to build a complete customer profile, right? So depending on how you look at it, let's take an example of today's CDP industry was born in somewhere in 2016, when marketers recognized the limitations of software like digital management platforms and data lakes, and that leveraged anonymized data for advertising, correct? So these marketers also wanted to have known data around people, leads, and customers. So CDP have their own advantages with mostly focus on first party data, which is owned by the companies themselves with anonymized data. I mean, nothing but often third party data. So it receiving increasing scrutiny from both regulators and consumers. That legalization changes around collecting, such as third party cookies. So recently come up with all this topic, third party cookies. Now, what are the common features of customer data platform that what people really talk about, right? So it maps the data into user-friendly model, but however, it empowers the ingest the data into a map, because you have the data. How you want to map the data to a different kind of data model? So there's an individual data model, there is a content point address, there is a different kind of a data model, right? So how speed and scale that we could leverage the data, and how to transform the data, nothing but a clean and quality of data to the data transformations. And we need to hit the ground running in terms of access out of the box standard capabilities with information model, or extend it to the customize your own models as well. So the second kind of a capability. So next one is identity resolution. So once you get the data, so you can use your internal matching rule, duplicate rules to identify your rules. There are some reconciliation rules as well, where you can go and then design those rules with fuzzy logics, and then resolve the known identity. First of all, use a fuzzy match with the email, phone number, first name, last name, and other resolved identity, and use the reconciliations to merge the data together, and then unify the profile from the source, priority, and extra, and beyond your marketing as well. So beyond your marketing, nothing but so currently, as we talked about, so it collects the data from different data sources, and then we could build a segment to ingest the data into marketing cloud, and then use the data for ingest the data into data extension, and then use the data for journeys to give a customer experience for the customer to get the best product out of which, where he can quickly check out the product and then gain some revenue of interest, right? So that's why it's a go beyond the marketing. So not only for the marketing data, it connects with or stitch with sales, service, marketing, commerce, and other different cloud infrastructures like Amazon, Google Cloud, and Google Cloud, and AWS as well. So this is what I'm saying, like this is a really good topic where so once you get the data across your data sources where all channels and touch points, so this is where it help you out for process the data. So how to process the data? So you have the data, you got the engagement data from different sources, so you have to enrich the data. So in order to enrich the data, you have to segmentize your audiences. Segment, nothing but a segmentation in real typical marketing terms. You can segmentize using segmentation filters or in data extension filters. And the same thing in Salesforce. So there are Salesforce CDPs, segments available to criteria the data, nothing but so you have your purify improve data, that user interface, where you can see in the right hand side there's a pure user interface that without need any help of the code. So let's take an imagine where you have one system, the area code or the location where you want to put some filters out of which, and then you could get your data. Along with this, you will get some identity, profitable audience to market to upsell, cross sell. At the same time, you can create case specific audience and execute people from audience. For example, let's suppose if you know that a client was charting to one of your customer support chats and was unhappy with surveys, you wouldn't want to send them marketing email the next week to charge them for an online review, right? So these kind of a data where the data will come, and then you could segmentize the data for those customers, those people who are not happy with the service or what we are providing. So we could use the data to once again trigger a survey email for them, right? So it's something like so the flexible segmentation, one thing, the intelligent on the fly aggregations available, and at the same time it enable personalization anywhere. So it activate all direct and advertised channels, and use profile for constant optimization for next best action through system of engagement as well. So that's where segment and activate will help you out. At the same time, once you segmentize the data and activate it, so you'll get an explore of all your understanding of your data. So once a batch runs, so it'll create an order in the backend. So the order will get you the total amount of customers based on your segmentized batches, and then it'll give you the data that you could use the data to ingest for different data streams as well, not only for Salesforce. You could use the same data to ingest with because this is a quality data after running all your batches and activations, right? And then use this data to send some analytics streams, or leverage this data for preparing some sort of offline campaigns for other systems, not only for Marketing Cloud but any other marketing campaigns that want to leverage for other marketing tools. So finally, once you have done everything, so you have an information to understand your pure customer count with the behavioral of AI-driven cross-channel insights, and you can connect to the business intelligence tools. That's what I've said. So it's only not only for the WCRM, but you have any other business tools that you can leverage. Use this data streams for connect with third-party systems, and and you can optimize for data insights as well, because Datarama is one of the best tools in Marketing Cloud, where you can ingest the data directly into Datarama, and then of course there's a connector available in CDP for Datarama, where you can leverage a native connector to connect with CDP systems, right? And then activate the smarter, so there's a pure Einstein capabilities available for intelligent segmentation and activation. That's what we're talking about, and you can use that for the control and precision on helping you boost our engagement metrics. That's where this is really a solid tool that what I see in so far. CDP, which gives a lot of experience, lot of challenges it resolves for the digitally imperative teams, and the marketers are really happy. They see the quality of data and the good quality of data that they could target for the right audience via CDP, and bring the high addition to them, right? So you can see the audience volume and scale, where when we look at the factor per tenant, because CDP has their own licensing structure. It means like they have their own license structure, which comes with what is the number of profiles they'll accept, profiles are there by the customers, how many number of customers you could ingest into CDP, engagement events per year, model entities, columns per entity. So these are all some of the entitlements that you need to take care about. You need to look about when you purchase CDP instance, right? It won't work with the typical. It won't work with the typical, normal sales service cloud or enterprise or unlimited edition. It has its own edition. You have to be very careful in order to understand the entitlement for each and every factor or the tenant. We're calling it as a tenant in CDP. You have to look into, as per your business requirement, you have to look into the entitlements, and then you have to purchase the CDP edition, because CDP has also an edition called normal edition, growth plus and all. So you have to look into it, and then you have to purchase the right edition, right? So let's talk about the real scenario where how CDP primarily used for a marketing segmentation and to create a powerful source of data, right? So nothing but a marketing campaign, and so how a CRM leverage a data source like a sales cloud and used for managing customer relationships and scale engagement, managing pipelines or customer interactions, business transactions, and facilitate internal sales and service persons. To see in this engagement in multiple systems here, the service profile from Samantha, I only got from Twitter with her email ID and some sort of Twitter ID. And you can see the marketing systems what I got I got her mail address. From community I got some few attributes. So finally I can see from the Commerce Cloud I get some kind of a guest checkout she has done. And from doing guest checkout, she has done guest checkout without logging into the Commerce portal. You see all this data where it unifying, and how using multiple attributes how we were connecting. You see the power of a single source of truth, and SSOT, will help to resolve the fragmented identity using exact match that what we designed. So we designed data matching rules, duplicate rules, reconciliations, and finally I got to know customer 360. A username, global ID, nothing but my parity ID that what I created, the unique ID that what I created inside CDP, that can leverage to all the other touch points to Marketing Cloud and other systems to engage the customers in real time using all these touch points. And you can shoot an email, shoot an SMS, send a push notification, and reach an ad audience. Use a social studio for Twitter, Facebook, and all the accounts. So it collects all the historical order history, historical case history, historical holistic marketing responses, all the engagement data. And now we built a single source of truth for one customer 360 profile. And how we can set up. So normally the question comes up with, hey, Funny, I think, so would you like to explain how once we purchase a CDP with the right edition, can you explain a bit about how to set up the identity resolution? So of course, you see here, the identity resolution setup that what an admin will be responsible for configuring identity resolution. One with match rules, you have to design the match rules and design the reconciliation rules. And then here you can see an example of how duplicate rules and reconciliation rules works. You see, from Marketing Cloud, I get a name and email. From Salesforce Cloud, I get an email and phone. So two systems data will be ingested, and that will be creating an individual profile. You see here, John Doe, John Smith, and with the same email ID. Once it gets the same email ID, what we were doing is, based on the email ID, we were creating a one single customer profile. You see, unified individual profile here, right? At the same time, how a resolution will be happy to help you out, the identity resolution. So if you see here, click on audiences setup. Once you install the CDP instance, once you install the CDP add-on, you can click on audience setup, and then you can go to identity resolution rules, and you can come down, you can click on configure. And then once you click on configure, you can ask you the match rules here. You can configure the match rules based on your requirement. And after that, once you design your match rules, come to the reconciliation rules here, click on reconciliation rules, and then design the reconciliation rules for standard customer data that varies among connected data sources. So it should be very click and config kind of a thing. So you see here, once you get the resolution summary, source individuals, match individuals, identified individuals. So batch will, once you design the matching rules, the batch will run in the background, and then it will give you the complete resolution summary as well. At the same time, as I said, how a data stream will help you out. So data stream is nothing but the same like change sets. How you deploy your metadata, how you deploy your normal customer data, customer attribute data model to some other systems. So the same way in Salesforce CDP, you have to package. Of course, everybody knows what is a packaging. You have a managed package, you have an unmanaged package, where you learned in your past Salesforce packaging solutions. At the same time, you can package and share the data streams and map data model as well. So data streams nothing much. So you have a S3 data source available, Google Cloud data, and other AWS data. So that can be packed for sharing, and you can additionally use streaming times will be supported in feature release as well. You see data model and mapping. I'm going to package all the data model and mapping that what I have done, because every time I can't able to do the data mapping data model for my dev instance or the staging instance, right? So for that, what I can do is I can create a package, and you can see a couple of use cases that what we're going to talk about. Partners can use to make data available on Exchange. Developers can reuse the promote stream of artifacts for test and stage product. That's what I'm saying. So you can use this data stream packaging option to promote your code from different organizations as well. You can easily share the data of different streams, right? So you see here the packaging demo, how it look like. So just click on data streams. Once you design the data stream, you will get to know exact details about your entire CDP data stream. Now, data stream nothing but a final output. Okay. So based on your data that what you have connected using the data model, your segmentation, your activation and targets, and the activations, you will see the final data in the data stream. So once the data stream is ready, you can see here data mapping is ready. The data streaming status is active. And once you get this, you have to go to this package manager. Click on the package manager from setup. And from here, you have to create a package. And from here, you have to create a package with the package name and all. Add the components, the same thing, the data streams. That is data stream definition available. Once you choose a data stream, you will get all the data streams. See, data stream is nothing but data stream is a module where it has a more number of dependent components. Like you can see data sources, you have see the custom fields, external data connectors, and all this will be coming here. So you no need to add again and again for the same custom fields and data connectors. You just add one data stream, automatically all will come here. And choose a version name, and choose the release notes and post installation instructions, anything that you want to share with your other team members or other team from different company, right? And once you upload the package, you can go and then deploy to the target audience. Because once you install the package, right, how it works, like it's going to be a complete URL where it's a normal app exchange kind of a package. You just click on other sources, click on install packages, and choose a data stream that what we have uploaded, uh, and then you can choose the package schema before you can deploy it to your source, before you can deploy it to your target organization, right? So that's where data streams will help you out for deploying this from entire CMP, entire DMP or CMP, entire DMP data model from one org to a different org, right? So the one which I've said, like there's a roadmap for each and every year. So there's a Feb, summer, H2, 21 place, or the different roadmaps available in Salesforce. It comes with resolving all the complaints, calculated insights, real-time profiles, and real-time stitching as well, and analytics as well. And on top of it, every release where it comes to release some sort of functionalities where it helped to resolve, because there are so many people which posted an idea exchange, and then people who are really looking to get some idea on the ingest API and CI dimensions, measures, and there are some security related stuff as well, because we never talked about security, right? Because CDP, we never talked about security, because we only talked about how to bring the data from discrete data sources, and then how to enrich the data and segmentize the data, activate the data, and then use the data to send back to marketing cloud for use the data for sending marketing cloud data extension, and then marketing managers can use the data to target for the real-time real-time personalization view for the customers, right? So zero anonymous data stitching, additional packaging support. So it's all a part of the roadmap, and it will definitely help you out for making things easier. I think product team is keen on it, and then they're implementing step by step on making lives easier for digital customers. And that's all. So we have some resources where you can take away from customer 360 audiences website. You get smart with 360 and demo for 360 audiences, nothing but a CDP, and you can join the community for CDP as well, right? So any questions, comments, or anything, let's post back. I can happy to help you out. And signing off myself, Anindra again. Thank you so much. For any questions, I can help you out. You can reach me out in different social channels, LinkedIn, Twitter, Trailblazer community group. You can personally message me for any kind of questions, and I'm happy to help you out as well. Thank you.